Okay, guys, Adam Trigger here. It is Monday, and it is time for a couple of Major League Baseball free picks. Let's start in Philly tonight. We've got Red Sox, Phillies. Very interesting game here to me, and I've got a pretty strong opinion. I'm just not quite sure the best way to bet this, so let's break it down. Yesterday, I had a 4% winner on the Red Sox in a game where I was very much betting on Garrett Crochet. I felt like the Red Sox didn't play particularly well on Friday and Saturday. Thought they could maybe avoid a sweep. They had their ace on the mound, and it felt like the right spot and the right price to jump in with the Red Sox. Now, I don't think the Red Sox played particularly well yesterday either. And thankfully, Crochet was able to wiggle out of a couple of jams and keep them in that game like a ace Cy Young candidate should do to make it possible that a 2-run home run was what flipped the fortunes for the Red Sox, and then they were able to tack on and win the game. When I step back and look at the weekend series as a whole, I don't think the Red Sox played particularly well, even in yesterday's win. And I think it's apparent now coming into this series that the Red Sox lost a little of that juice that sort of propelled them to that big winning streak going into the All-Star break. Now, yesterday, they had the luxury of having their ace on the mound against Cade Horton, who's going to be a good pitcher at some point, but he's certainly not elite. Today, they don't have that dichotomy. And if anything, it's the other way around. Today, the Phillies have one of the most elite pitchers in the league on the mound in Zach Wheeler. And it's the Red Sox that are going to probably need to generate some offense to win this game. Not so sure they find a way to do that. Zach Wheeler's as good as it gets. The only way he doesn't win the Cy Young Award in the NL this year is if they give it to a guy named Paul Skeens. That's it. He is the best pitcher in the National League. He very well may be the best pitcher in Major League Baseball. He is elite in terms of like top 1% to 2% in just about everything pitching related to starting pitchers. I'm not even going to spend time on talking about Wheeler. It's not necessary. You look at the numbers, you look at the underlying metrics. You don't need me to tell you that he's elite. That's known. The problem here for the Red Sox is they don't have a Crochet on the mound to keep them in the game until they wake up and maybe get the one big hit that puts them in position to win like they did yesterday. Because it's Walker Buehler for the Red Sox today, and he just hasn't been that. 6.12 ERA, 1.56 WHIP on the season. He's in the bottom 5% in pitching run value as Baseball Savant rates it. Really doesn't have much of a fastball isn't moving a ton. It's not getting anyone out. He really isn't getting anyone out consistently as it is. I mean, I feel like he's almost been lucky in a sense that the contact he's given up has just gone to fielders. He's actually had decent defense behind him this year. Without the Red Sox making some plays behind him, it could be a lot worse. And that's really saying something when you consider his numbers aren't good as they are. So the fact that like some of the underlying metrics suggest he could be worse than what he's already been is very, very concerning. Like I said, he really doesn't have command of much. He throws 6-7 pitches, but he's doesn't really have much command. He's walking a lot of batters, and then when he misses, he seems to miss out over the plate. It just hasn't been great for Buehler. Now, last couple times out, he's been okay, but that was against the Nats and the Rays. This is on the road in Philly. That's a whole different ball game right there. Philly, going back the last couple of seasons, has been one of the most profitable teams on their home field. They've won more games since the beginning of last year than just about anyone in Major League Baseball. So Walker Buehler going on the road against the likely NL Cy Young with the Red Sox not really hitting right now, that's just not a profile I'm willing to trust the Red Sox in. That being said, minus 210 with the Phillies is tough. It's hard to lay $2 with any team. So I suppose you could go Phillies minus 1.5. I don't really care to do that with home teams. So I guess the way I'll leave this one, it's not going to make my client card, but I do like Phillies correlated bets today. Maybe the Phillies to win with Wheeler recording a win. If you have that market, that might be okay. If you have something to parlay the Phillies with, then throw the Phillies in a parlay. That's fine. Again, I don't love laying the 1.5 with home teams but at least you're only laying -110. So those are all options. I lean Phillies here, and that's the way I would go in that game. Not going to be a client play, but I feel strongly about the Phillies knocking off the Red Sox in Philadelphia tonight. I also feel strongly that you should join me for the second half of the baseball season. I had a really good June. I'm back ahead on the MLB season. Overall, last 30 days, up about 40 units. It's been a very strong baseball season to this point. And right now, we have a great special where if you buy the month of August, we're throwing the rest of July in free. So check that out. It's on my page. It's the 21st of July today. So you're talking about 10 free days on the month, in addition to a discounted rate to the month of August. And if you're looking for something tonight, I put a 2-for-1 up. I played 4% Major League Baseball plays tonight. I packaged them together. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 special. So check that out as well. All right, let's move on. And let's talk A's Rangers. Some concerning things in regards to this Rangers team for me, because this is a team that I was admittedly high on earlier in the year coming into the season. And I even went back to the well with them a couple of times saying, no, this team's probably going to turn it around. I would say that last stretch, sort of last month, 5 weeks or so going into the All-Star break has really had me just, totally flip on thinking the Rangers are going to do much of anything this year. The comments by Kevin Pillar where he announced his retirement and basically said, I thought I was going to give it one more go. And he just felt like, the team, everyone was a bunch of individuals. I think he basically said, guys don't really hang out with each other. They're not really trying to feed off of each other and get better. It's really a lot of show up, do your thing, and go home. I don't know how many teams like that end up really winning championships or winning divisions or end up being great teams. And the Rangers don't have enough on this team to lack in departments like that, in my opinion. And so that's super concerning to me. The pitching has been very good for the Rangers this year. Don't get me wrong. Starting pitching has been solid. But the fact that they don't really check the boxes in the intangibles department and also the fact that they really haven't consistently hit at any point in time this season are very concerning things to me. And the Rangers still get priced as this sort of top option or this playoff caliber team. So I think you're going to have good opportunities to go against this team unless they totally wake up or make a big splash at the trade deadline. For right now, they're a fade to me. And this is as interesting of a setup as I think you could get. So I very much like the A's. I wish I kind of jumped on this earlier when they were plus 120, plus 125. In the plus 110 range, I still think there's a lot of value on this A's team. I think it's a very good bet. And I'll talk about the starting pitching because I think that drives this number. And I totally disagree with the way that the books have this price. So baseball as last 5-6 years has just been very much like everyone in the league can hit velo. Everyone in the league can hit a fastball. There so many pitchers emerged that just had nasty fastballs and could bring it with movement, that there was a big emphasis on hitting velocity at younger levels. So, 14, 15 years old, pretty much when a lot of these kids that are now up in the big leagues were growing up and sort of learning the game, it was all launch angle, velocity, so on and so forth. And I think it's made guys like Jacob Lopez underrated and very, very valuable. Jacob Lopez throws a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, 91-mile-an-hour fastball. But he has command of 4 other pitches. He has command of a slider that he's throwing about 30% of the time. He can mix in a changeup, and it's good when he throws it. He can cut his fastball to look different than his four-seamer. And so it doesn't surprise me at all that he's out there throwing 90, 91, and he's having the success that he's having. Go look at the season Chris Bassett is having, right? He does the same thing. He throws 7 pitches. He throws 4 variations of the fastball. Everything's about location. He's never really throwing more than 90, 91. He's on his way to having a career year. I think there's some merit to that because, again, a lot of these guys are just not great at hitting off speed at this point. I think it's just permeated from the younger levels, and then just there was such an emphasis on velo for so long that now guys can't hit a guy like Jacob Lopez, or he confuses them. He's out there. He struggles. He's not set up to pitch well in Sacramento because he doesn't get He doesn't get grounders. He's really a fly ball pitcher, and his home park this year is not a fly ball friendly ballpark. But Globe Life can be fly ball friendly, and that's where this game is tonight. So this is a Rangers lineup that has looked pretty off balance at times, and I wouldn't be surprised if Lopez has them off balance again. Now, Jack Leiter, who's going to get the ball for the Rangers, is the exact opposite. This is a guy he was very, very highly drafted. He's got the big 97, 98 mile an hour fastball that just wowed scouts, when he was younger and then at the lower levels in the minors. The problem is he managed to get up so quickly to the big leagues that he never really developed really good secondary stuff. And guys in the big leagues at this point can hammer 97, 98 four-seamers. It just does not matter. Like, all of these guys are equipped to hit that. So where I think Leiter's been really exposed at the big league level, he just doesn't have that out pitch. He just doesn't have that great secondary pitch. It's why he's not getting swing and miss. It's why he's not really getting strikeouts. And it's why he's getting absolutely barreled up, because guys are able to sit on the fastball and then they're able to smoke it somewhere. And when you're giving up, exit velos in the, 95 plus on a regular basis, most of those are going to fall in for hits. It's just, you're not getting many outs on balls that are hit 95 mile an hour or faster. You're just not. And that's what he's giving up a lot of. So Leiter's a guy where at the AAA level, it plays because you don't need to have a super sharp second and third pitch. If you have a really good fastball and your second and third pitches are okay in AAA, you're going to do pretty well. But at the big league level, you have to, especially as a starter, you've got to be able to come with a decent second and third pitch if you expect to get outs on a regular basis. That's just not something he's been able to do. And this A's lineup has a bunch of really good young hitters that are all pretty good at hitting the fastball. They've seen a ton of Leiter because all of Leiter's minor league starts at Round Rock and where the Rangers AA is. They play the A's AA team, and the West Coast teams play each other more because they're in smaller leagues. The PCL is only 10 teams. So all these kids on the A's teams, the Jacob Wilsons, Langoliers, Nick Kurtz, all the guys that have been, up for their first year that were down at AAA, they've seen a ton of Leiter. They've hit him, and I don't think they're going to have much trouble with him here. So A's, they should probably be the favorite in this game. They're never going to be because they don't have the win-loss record. They're sort of priced as a bad team, and they are kind of a bad team. But in this case, if you can get plus 110, plus 115, even any plus money with the A's, I just think this sets up so much better for them than it does the Rangers. I expect them to hit Leiter, and I do think they'll be in position for the win. So a plus money bet on the A's there makes a lot of sense. Appreciate you guys tuning in to Total Bases on a daily basis. We go Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern. I have that great special up on my page at WagerTalk. And again, 2 4%ers tonight. So just go get August, and then you get the rest of July. You get tonight's plays and anything else I play until, through the end of August, all at one very great low rate. Drop in the comments below. Let me know if you agree, disagree. I know this video is longer than some of the other ones, but I want this to be like Total Bases where we're diving deep into games. So I'm going to go a little bit longer on the games. Love the comments, positive or negative. We appreciate the feedback. And we'll see you guys 9 a.m. tomorrow, Total Bases. Good luck tonight, everyone. Have a great day.